Hey, welcome back to the High Kicks podcast. How are we doing, Chattius?
We're doing.
Yeah, we still don't have a Carl. His house that he's living in on Cape Cod right now, he can't record late at night. He's also packing up to move out of the Cape, getting ready for a European vacation. So we might not have Carl for a little bit, and it's just something that we're gonna have to get used to.
Well, like location. Huh, huh.
I don't think Carl wants to be here
We
right now with all the shit that
Carl
we're gonna give him about Man U.
Carl cannot come on the podcast until Man United win 2 games in a row. So there you go. I think that's a great.
We'll get into menu and we'll get into the Prem a little bit more, but I want to start us off talking about the Ballon d'Or.
The balls on door.
Yes, the ball's on the doors. What'd you think?
I mean, it's obvious they got it right. I, thi-
Yeah,
I
I think. Go ahead.
To be frank, like I've seen so much overreaction. Like, oh, how could they put Coutinho in this and do that? It's like the only one that actually pisses me off is like Pedri outside the top 10. The rest, like the rest is like honestly, who gives like who's gonna like look in the Ballon d'Or rankings from like 10 years from now and be like, oh, can't believe they put Vitinha so high. How could they do such a thing? It's like nobody really like all due respect, nobody really cares. Because
Yeah,
like
outside of the winner, I don't really care too much about the rest of the rankings. I don't care how close somebody came to winning. Like as long as they get the winner right, I don't personally care about the rest of the rankings. I don't know if you share that same sentiment, but like should Lamine Yamal have been two? I personally don't think so, but at the end of the day, I don't really care because I think the right guy won.
nobody really no offense to like the Heisman ranking. Like nobody really looks at like the Heisman rankings and are like, oh my God, they had this guy in third instead of second. It's a modern day travesty. And it's like nobody
Yeah.
the only one that pisses me off is Pedri at 11th because like
Yeah, Pedri at 11th bothers
come
the
on,
living
dude.
fuck out of
Like
me.
fuck you. This isn't like I know how I literally just said like we should care about it, but it's like that. Like, what is the gauge? What do you like? What's the argument against him to have some of those guys ahead of him?
It's just one of those things like what more can he do?
Honestly, yeah, with that Barcelona midfield, the way he like literally ran that shit by himself, like one of the most fun teams on the planet.
He was he was a top two midfielder in the world last year.
And I could see like him, like they like maybe they're like afraid of having too many people on one team so high, so it's like scatter the list a little bit. And it's like they think like Rafinha and Lamal were too good. I get it, but it's like outside of top 10.
Outside of top 10 is wild. I've also seen a bunch of Liverpool fans saying that Mo Salah got robbed coming in fourth. I'll go back to what I said before. I think they got the winner right, so I don't really think it matters where he finished. Realistically, I think I would have liked to see. Obviously, I think Dembele should have won. I I think the PR hype got Lamine Yamal to two. He showed up in big games, but he didn't necessarily have the numbers overall to support him being at two. I would have liked to see, I think, probably Rafinha at two. And then three and four could have been Vitinha and Mo. Like flip it however you want, and probably Lamine Yamal at five. But at the end of the day, like the top five, the top 10, the top 15, and so on, it's all semantics because, like you said, no one's gonna give a fuck in 10 years what the standings were. We just care about who won.
You are right. Why is Erling Haaland on this list twice? Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a different website. That 30th place that you're looking at where whatever site you're on, that's supposed to be Elise.
More like Darwin Nunez, but I'm noticing.
Well,
Uh,
Darwin won the Chaos d'Or, not the Ballon d'Or.
oh, he put the balls on his doors, so I think he's truly a champion in my eyes. I think like seeing Cole Palmer eight above Pedri, that's what pisses me off.
Yeah,
That's
that
the one that pisses me off, dude. I don't care. You want to talk about PR guy? You want to talk about PR guy? Cole Palmer's a PR guy. Cole Palmer is John PR guy. The
yeah,
dude has more
I
meme hype than, and don't get me wrong, he's really fun to watch when he's like good, but like Pedri ran that shit for a whole season. Cole Palmer gets to disappear for 2 months, but at least as he has like a cool enough celebration and a cool enough photo, he gets top 10. Get out of here.
oh, don't forget the nickname.
Yeah, exactly.
Pedri was better than the 11th best player in the world, but he wasn't the best player in the world last season, so it just doesn't really matter.
That it doesn't matter in the end.
Did you see what Lamine Yamal's dad said?
No.
His dad said, actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna get this right because I need to read the quote. Let me look it up. He said, I think this is the biggest, I won't say theft, but moral damage done to a human being because I believe Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world by far, by a huge margin. It's not because he's my son, but because he's the best player in the world. I believe there are no rivals. Lamine is Lamine Yamal. Something very strange has happened here. Next year there will be a Spanish Ballon d'Or winner. It will be ours. Like, my good sir,
Conquista 2.0 will be the Ballon d'Or.
my good sir, you are saying that just because he's your son.
I would be so shameless. I'd be like, I'm pissed because I'm his parent.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
I just Lamine Yamal was fantastic, but he was not the overall throughout the season
I
best
just
player
feel
in the
like
world last season.
Dembele put that PSG team on his back. It's
Yeah,
like the best team in the world on his back. So it's like,
I wouldn't say fully on his back. I mean, that team was so good because Vitinha was a monster, because Achraf Hakimi was far and away the best right back in the world.
oh, I get
It
that.
it
It,
but they don't win without him.
the most important thing in the sport is put ball in net, and Dembele did it as better as anyone on the planet. And
Yeah.
when they looked to a guy that they needed to put ball in net, Dembele was put ball in net guy. In a sport where the whole point is put ball in net, I think the best guy who put ball in net deserves best football in net guy award, if that makes sense.
That was so stupid, but yes, it made sense.
See, you
I
gotta
mean, if
dumb
I
things
mean,
down.
I mean, by that logic, though, best ball in net guy, Gyökeres scored the most goals of anybody across Europe last year.
Well, he won best ball in net guy, but like putting ball in net by technicality guy.
Yes, yes, he did.
He won the Mueller Award.
Yes, the Mueller Award for the most goals.
Did you
I
did you see
what?
did you see that the Premier League account was like shout out to another Premier League goalkeeper winning best goalkeeper of the year, and it's
Yeah,
like
like that's just.
Donnarumma, and it's like dude, he's played one game. He's
I was gonna
played one
bring that up. I
game.
was gonna bring that up too. Like, I'm sorry, Premier League. It's such a bad look for the Prem to try and claim this Yashin Award from Donnarumma as a Premier League goalkeeper. Like, in the similar fashion to like when the MLS tried to claim Messi's Ballon d'Or.
Both are very legitimate in my eyes, you know.
Yeah, I just dumb. Just dumb. Did you watch the ceremony?
No, I don't like watching those ceremonies.
So I watched it personally way too long. Way
Yeah,
too long.
that's what I mean.
Second of all, this might sound weird, but like some of the people who won some of the awards, like you can just tell that they're not comfortable in that kind of public speaking setting. Like The stark difference between a sports award show where all of the presenters are athletes and all of the winners are athletes versus
Socially
like
awkward. Like,
an entertainment award show. Like the handing out of the awards was just kind of awkward, and some of the speeches were a little awkward, and it was amusing. And don't get me wrong, some of the players who won awards, English isn't their first language. So they're up there struggling trying to get through an acceptance speech in English. It's just kind of funny to me because I think footy has a little bit less overall media training than the American sports. So when you have the ESPYs or when like the NFL awards when they give out the MVP, these guys are so media trained in the US that their speeches are a little bit better. But seeing these footballers where they're footballers, end all be all, that's what they are. The amount of likes, and yeahs at the end of sentences in the acceptance speeches were very amusing to me.
I like love watching seeing like little tidbits of it, and I'm like, yeah, these fuckers are being thrown to the wolves. Like, you won your award, go stand up there and talk to the masses. It's like,
Yeah.
about what, man?
Yeah. Especially for like I find I like the concept of the Gerd Muller Award, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't need a full presentation and like speeches for that award. It's not an award that you don't know who won it going into the night, it's just whoever scored the most goals across Europe.
Yeah,
I feel like that one can just kind of be here are our Gerd Muller Award winners. Here's your trophies. Get off the stage. Let's move on.
I feel like we need to make speeches important again. I feel like so many people just want to give a speech for the sake of giving a speech. They're like, well, we got to give a speech.
No,
It's like,
I think it's the other way around. I think the award ceremony organizers want people to give speeches for the sake of giving speeches. I think a lot of these players wouldn't give an acceptance speech if they didn't have to.
that's what I mean. I want less speeches.
Yeah. But I'm
Yeah, I
saying it's not
want.
the players, it's the organizers of
Oh,
the event.
I mean, no, that is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like the players are like, God, what was his name? He won Best Actor, and he like had like a 10-minute speech for like no reason after winning The Brutalist. I forget his name right now, but it's he gave like a 10-minute speech. I'm not saying like that, but like the equivalent of that is like the people in charge of the events are like, all
Yeah.
right, go speak.
I don't know. I don't the whole Ballon d'Or thing with everybody talking about who got robbed in terms of their places. I don't really it doesn't as long as the winner doesn't get, you know, like robbed. I don't really think it matters, like we said before, who places where.
You could tell how like we don't really care about after it when we gave a longer breakdown about the importance of speeches
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
people that finished
That's fair.
second from 30th.
That is totally fair. Also, Scott McTominay is better than Jude Bellingham confirmed.
I agree with that. You know what? That's the one that matters to me. That is, if only like, a team in the Premier League could really use a guy like that.
Oh, I know, right? Like a team that wears a red jersey.
They would be really united, man.
You should change your name to Chester.
Like, oh,
Wasn't expecting that one.
fuck this guy.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm happy that this Ballon d'Or cycle's over and we're in the whole next one. What I will say is the last thing I'll say on the Ballon d'Or. Papa Perez is a whiny little bitch, and Real Madrid should just go to the ceremony. I don't understand why they're still so pissed off.
What are they protesting for at this point, dude?
They didn't go this year because they're still mad about last year, and they got it fucking right last year.
I get it. I get the whole idea that I don't know how true this it's like how out of the loop I am on it, but like apparently they told Vinny and then they're like, actually you're not gonna win it. But it's like, dude, just show up, man. It's a lot better to like show up.
Especially because the Ballon d'Or criteria has changed over the last couple of years, and character is a major part of it now. Sportsmanship is a major part of it now. So, like, showing up to support the winner, even though you're not happy that your guy didn't win, is part of that sportsmanship. It's part of that character. Like, fucking show up.
No, not tapping allowed.
It's the balls on door ceremony. There's got to be nut tapping
Actually,
allowed.
yeah, exactly. So wait, what do you wait? The ball's on door, not the ball's off door. Come on,
I
man.
said balls on door.
I know that's what I mean. It's why they
But
split.
yeah, I think to wrap up the Ballon d'Or conversation before we move on to the Prem, we can leave everybody listening with three things. They got it right. Papa Perez is a bitch, and Scott McTominay is better than Jude Bellingham.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into the Prem. This was the first Liverpool match of the season that did not give me a heart attack.
I just want to put a statistic out there. Liverpool is the only Premier League team to not receive a rapturing, and it's clear why.
Okay.
Zero players raptured.
So I mean Liverpool Everton was the first match, so I'm gonna talk about it. But I just need to say this. Holy fucking shit is Ryan Gravenberch good.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna give me the satisfaction of admitting that he might be the best midfielder in the league so far this season.
Hmm.
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 No, but his vision is phenomenal. That finish on the first goal was superb. His physicality is great. His work rate is great. He can literally do anything from the midfield. And for 30-ish million, some odd, whatever they paid for him, god damn. God damn. In a world where a player with his impact is typically costing teams 85 to 100 mil.
In a world where world-class strikers are becoming backups for 120 million, the likes of Hugo Ekitike,
All right, Chad,
it's a
you're
discount.
smart enough, but you're smart enough to understand he's not becoming a backup. The dude has barely trained. He's barely been playing. He's not ready to play a full 90. He needs to be eased in.
Well, that sounds like a him problem.
It is a him problem.
That-
I'm not saying it's not. It's his
well,
own problem that he wasn't training with Newcastle and that he's not in, you know, 5 weeks into the season shape, but he's not in shape or in a good enough shape to play a full 90 right now without risking injury. So he's not playing full games.
I just think it'd be really funny if Ekitike is just that good that they just don't bother using him this year. If
So I don't want to get into the League Cup right now, but I'm going to anyway because while we're on the Ekatike Isak topic, Ekatike just really kind of fucked himself over. He got sent off against Southampton, and his first yellow card was a delay penalty or delay of game kind of card because he threw the ball away at one point, and then he scores the winner on a yellow and takes off his shirt. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool to take off your shirt in celebration when you score a big goal, not when you're on a fucking yellow card. He got sent off. He's suspended for the match this weekend.
Wait, is he suspended for the Premier League match?
Yes,
God, that's such a dumb rule.
not really. It's an FA Cup or it's an FA competition. Most other
Huberman Cup.
most I know, but but most domestic federations do it the same way. Like if you get a red in a domestic tournament in Spain, you're suspended for La Liga, I'm pretty sure, and the same thing with Germany and the same thing with France and the same thing with Italy. I could be wrong on that, but that's just my assumption.
I still think it's dumb.
I mean, yeah,
It is
it
a
might
cup
be.
match.
He just Slot didn't even look at him when he came off the pitch. He was that pissed.
Yeah, because now he has to play this $500 trillion loser that's played 23 minutes, 5 matches into the season.
He fucking scored today.
Against who, Brian?
Southampton, but he still scored.
Against who, Brian?
Southampton, managed by football manager
I
legend Will
want
Still.
I want you to understand, Brian, that this fucker, the guy that
Scored before Verts.
they literally had an old man standing in net.
Dude, did you see Isak's goal? It was served up to him on a silver platter
Yes,
by
I
by
saw.
Southampton.
Yes, that's what I mean. This, what's funny is that
Yeah,
Alex McCarthy's been at Southampton for like 10 trillion years, but like still, he's literally like I think he's been at Southampton since Leicester City won the fucking Premier League. So
that's absurd. Also, Georgi Mamardashvili made some unreal saves today.
we've Donnarumma at home.
I mean he only made two saves, so when I say some, one of them was outrageous. I like him as a backup. I'm excited to see more of him.
Good for you, Brian.
What, are you just annoyed that I'm happy with how my team is performing?
Yes,
Are you annoyed with that we're 5 games into the Premier League season and we already have a 5 point lead?
yes.
Are you annoyed about anything else?
I am annoyed by something else.
What are you annoyed about, Chadius?
Chelsea allowing the United man to win.
Robert Sanchez needs to go.
If only they chose any of the other 700 goalkeepers on the roster they had,
Like,
they might be a good team.
like what the fuck was he thinking
Oh no.
on that red card? I just he's just not good enough. And I'm not saying he's
And
not well, actually, I am saying he's not a good goalkeeper. He's not a big six caliber goalkeeper. He's not Chelsea are not going to win anything major, and I know they just won the Club World Cup, but which is like sure, but they're not going to win
it
the Premier League. They're not going to win the Champions League. They're not going to win the two either of the two more important trophies with him in net.
no. I will also say Oreska taking off his entire attack after the red card. I
Mm-hmm.
get it, you want to be more defensive, but like look at who you're facing, dude. You're facing a Casemiro Bruno midfield pivot.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
you're facing a guy who's now 2 games away from 007 status.
yeah, taking off Estevao, not
Palm,
good.
Palmer, not good. No,
Well,
no, Palmer got hurt.
Yeah, Palmer had like visible physical discomfort. That was
Yep.
not a tactical sub.
Neto, not good.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, Casemiro's legs are gone. He's done. I know he scored, but like that second yellow was also so beyond stupid.
Just think it's so funny that this awful United team was able to pick up a win.
Yep. So the funny thing is about United, we're ripping on them for how shitty they've been this season. And I'm not, I know they're sitting in 11th. I know they have a -2 goal differential. I'm not going to sound like an XG merchant here, but they do have a lot of expected goals, good chances created, a lot of shots. If the ball starts going in the back of the net, they could score more. But also, they're only 3 points out of second right now, and they're even on points with City.
Which I get, but you can make the same argument that Leeds are same on points with City and
Yes,
also third.
but no one is looking at Leeds saying it's been such a horrendous start to the season.
I think the reason it's been perceived that way is because United spent $200 million on a front three that has one goal through 5 games.
That's fair.
And they even like Amorim now officially has like the worst win percentage of a United coach since the Huns were bombing that island. Like literally just have looked. I get it. It's also early fucking days, but their 2 wins, like they just got shit on by City, and their other win is a 97th minute penalty against Burnley.
I mean, that's fair. They had a really tough start to the season, and I don't think they're in as bad of a spot as they could be. Because going into the beginning of the season, truly, we did not think they were going to beat Arsenal. They probably should have beaten Fulham. They should have beat Burnley. We didn't think they were going to beat City, and we didn't think they were going to beat Chelsea. So realistically, they have a win that no one was expecting and a draw that hopefully should have been a win. I don't think, given the squad that they have and given how they finished last year, I don't actually think it's been too horrific of a start to the season.
Which I get. That's fair enough. But
Like, this is not the United of old. This is not the Manchester United that we are used to. They are not a superpower anymore. And I think when your first 5 matches contain Arsenal, City, and Chelsea, and you have 7 points out of those first 5 matches, that's not terrible. Looking at those first 5, I think everybody thought they were going to come out of that with maximum 6 because the only 2 games anybody thought they realistically could have won were Burnley and Fulham, and they have 7.
yes, let's turn around and see what after the Brentford game.
We'll see after
After
the
the
Brentford game.
ultimate bogey team to end all bogey teams.
Yeah, we'll see after the Brentford game, but you know what I mean.
I'm not giving Amorim the Justin Herbert treatment.
Oh, I'm not either.
I'm not
He
his faulting this team yet. I'm not
oh,
giving that to them.
but it's all his fault because he's refusing to alter his tactics.
I do the same thing in FM. I can't believe him.
But do you get results in FM?
Yes.
There we go. Like literally, there we go, you know?
Shout out to Jesus.
I do want to look at some of the rest of the matches here. And I'm pulling the table, or not the table, the matches, the list on the video right now. Brighton and Spurs, it was kind of a bit of a role reversal from the way they played last year. Last season, one of the matches, Spurs went up early. Brighton came back and won. Spurs didn't get the full turnaround, but they came back and made it 2-2. So like, mm, Spurs have been half decent, actually more than half decent. They're sitting in third on 10
Oh, dude,
points.
it's such a great start for the Spurs team. Surely nothing will go wrong.
Oh, everything will go wrong. We all know
Surely
that.
this the third consecutive year where Spurs is like really good to start the year, and we're like, dude, this is it. They're gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to do it. But I'm just looking at some of the rest of these fixtures. Forest sacking Nuno is going to set them back so far. I got nothing against Ange. I like him. I think he's a good positive vibe. But Nuno had this team playing so well, and now they have to learn how to play a completely different way, and I don't think it's going to work out for them.
Might have just like Chelsea themselves.
Honestly, like just completely stagnated everything.
Yes.
I I'm surprised at how effective, I'm not going to say good yet, but effective Palace have been with losing Eze.
Well, I think it's just good vibes over there.
I think it is just it's good vibes over there. I mean, I would have good vibes too. They're playing well. West Ham suck. Graham Potter's got to go.
Oh no, we just got to give him a couple more games. They'll figure it out.
Very politely, Wolves do not deserve to be in the Prem right now.
They have a guy who shares the last name of a Bruins player who scored that game. So
Okay.
that's their moral victory of the week.
And they got scored on by Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the big 2025.
Did not want to mention that.
I had to. I had to. Sunderland are still impressing me. Aston Villa scored a goal.
Aston Villa did score a goal in big 2025. They've scored a goal.
Yep. Yep.
The Aston
I
was
I think I mean we've been beating around the bush on this, but I think the biggest thing we have to talk about is Arsenal and City.
or like the
Um,
Battle of Midway.
what has happened to Pep Guardiola?
I don't know. The team just kind of sucks.
Like I'm looking at the lineup right now. I have it up on the video too. But like it looks like it should be the normal, attacking kind of style. And it just he played behind the ball, he played uber defensive. I don't think I've ever seen a City side have 33% possession.
I think he just doesn't trust the team he has yet. I hate
I
to
think that's
say. I think
reasonable.
I think he's trying to just make things work. Better not jump on this computer, dude. Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't you dare.
Are you watching the Cats?
He's literally right here. I know he's no, don't think you can see his tail on camera, but he was about to jump on the thing. Um, it it's weird to say, but I don't know. I mean, Rodri is finally like going into motion, like finally like getting back into what he did. But I don't know. I'd say like before I'm not hitting the fucking panic button with this team until like it's dead and done, like after Christmas. I
I
just
think
don't
that's reasonable.
like just because it's like
Have you
they poo pooed. I'm sorry, like Arsenal. I think I'm very lucky to get a point out of this game.
I agree. Have you been keeping up with, or do you still, or I don't even know if you're still in it, but are you still in the 90 footy group?
I haven't looked at that in so long.
So they were talking about it this week, and so many of them have finally come to their senses that, like, Arteta's not the guy for Arsenal. Like, I'm sorry. Why is Trossard starting? Why? Like, I just don't get it. He's not maximizing the talent in this squad. I said to them in the group chat that if if Arteta, I mean, I said this last season too, but if Arteta doesn't win the Premier League Champions League this year, he's got to go. And somebody in the group chat was like, context matters. If they don't win the league, but they come up with 89 points, uh, cat on
Do
the
you mind?
screen.
Do you fucking mind?
But somebody was like, if they have 89 points and they don't win the league and they lose the Champions League final on penalties, he might be able to keep his job. And I was like, yeah, but that's the most unlikely scenario. If, and I mean, 89 points might not be enough for him to keep his job because then you have to look at where the points are dropped.
Yeah,
And
I
I could give Arteta a pass on the Premier League
but at the
only
same
only
time,
if Liverpool put up a historic season.
I'm gonna say
But
this.
truly, what?
Like, I think it's a fireable offense that he has turned Gyökeres into a fucking what the fuck are we doing like guy because what the fuck are
I
you
don't
doing with
think
him?
I don't think Arteta knows how to coach a number nine.
He's just like, what the fuck are we like? Why did you bring this fucker in for, man?
Like I
Why
genuinely
did
don't
you?
think Arteta knows how to properly use a number nine. I I said it before, but he's not maximizing the talent of the squad.
It's shocking to just watch someone that was so. And I get it. There's no Odegaard, um, but it's just so shocking how he's turned someone who has like over 120 goals in 3 seasons into an actual egg.
Yeah, I mean,
And I'm not expecting the dude to score a goal per game in the Premier League, but he's doing fucking nothing.
oh, what are his numbers looking like right now?
He didn't get a shot the entire time he was on against Man City. He didn't. I don't think he was subbed up, but he didn't even get a shot. Like that in itself is so fucking insane. You have just allowed, and I get it, guys will have bad games, but like this is the game. Like this is a game where you look back in January, March, and you're like, thank fuck we won this game because it's put us in a better position. It's a 6 pointer against a Premier League rival, a team that could be in third place right behind us to end the season not having the guy you just spent so much fucking money on, not even having a single fucking shot in 90 minutes is insane.
I I will die on this hill. Arteta does not manage to win big games. He manages to not lose them. And at the end of the day, that is what is going to cost him his job at the end of this season. Because I think at this point, and I mean, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but if there's any Arsenal fans out there, just let me know what you think about this statement. I think you guys would rather lose a match by going for it than continuously draw by not going for it.
Because I understand that he has put them in like the best spot possible, like slowly but surely. This has been a very good rebuild. But it's like at this sooner or later, man, you've got to say fuck it.
Go for the win. Stop playing for the draw. Show some initiative.
Because I get like keeping a draw against like a mid-table team who has like 30 shots or whatever, and you're just having one of those days. I get it. And I know it's like you should want to win these matches. You should want to say we lost because we went for the win. Oh well. And it's not like you were getting
Exactly.
burnt. It's not like Holland was like having it's not like Holland and Ragenders, whatever the fucking Foden were like fucking torching your defense, dude. Like Saliba and Gabriel were just fucking fine. Like you could argue that like Trossard and Rice were having a better fucking time than those like two that I mentioned for City. It's insane to me personally. Like this like Arsenal team has the talent to say fuck it, we can win games, especially when you have games where you have fucking Eze, Saka, and fucking Martinelli on the fucking bench. Go and win a game, dude.
Yeah, I think Arteta. I've been saying it for the last like 2 seasons. I don't think he's their guy. I just don't.
The question then
And
is like, who then?
I, I don't know, but I don't like Arsenal, but I like the sport, and it would be a shame because you said it before, their rebuild has been excellent. It would be a shame if this rebuild doesn't win anything ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, like truly though.
I mean you're at 3 straight years finishing second in this league. Something's got
Yep.
to give.
Yep.
You're there. Like this is a team. Like on paper, so, something's got to be lifted above your head with this team. There's just no
I'm
excuse.
I'm gonna keep us on the Arsenal talk, but I'm gonna throw us into this coming weekend's matches. If he doesn't go after it against Newcastle, you're gonna hear me fucking rant next week.
I don't blame you. They should
And
kill that team.
yeah, like I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I just don't like seeing stagnant tactics and stagnant management. You have to go after it in big games. It's one of the things, and I got a lot of things I like about Arne Slot in his brief tenure as a Liverpool manager. But what I like the most about him is he's always going for it. He's always pushing for that next goal. Granted, there's different situations, like somewhat of the end of today's match against Southampton when you're down a man, then you have to defend a little bit more. But like in a big match, if the game is tied in the 85th minute, Arne Slot is not playing for a draw. And Arteta plays for the draw too much. It's a weird thing to say, but there's a bigger gap between 1 point and 3 points than 1 point and 0 points.
Yeah,
I would still rather lose going for it than draw because we didn't go for it.
yeah,
Like Liverpool have won nearly every single match this season with a late winner because they don't play for the fucking draw.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of all I got. If you, unless
Liverpool
you
Liverpool won the league going for it.
what?
Liverpool won the league going for it.
Yeah, and they're on pace. I mean, I know we're 5 games in, but they're on pace for it again because they fucking go for it because they don't play for the draw. They just keep pushing. You got
You know
anything
who?
else?
Yeah, Newcastle has like 3 0 draws in the year.
Well, they're just like not great.
So what? They couldn't replace the guy that scored all their goals.
I know, right?
If only they had an infinite amount of money from a state that owned them to keep such a person on a high contract. If only,
I mean,
if only. If,
they do have a wage structure there that I think they're trying not to break. Um,
but at the same time, there's motherfuckers who break this sport. Isaac breaks the sport.
I mean, I think that's reasonable.
And if I'm going to be honest, if I'm the manager of Newcastle and I have a player come in and be like, "Hey, so the best guy on our fucking team, I think is making too much money," I'm like, "Fuck you, get out of this room." I think he's the best. He's the highest paid player on this fucking team for a reason. I don't give a fuck about the pyramid of paying people. Like it's like, well, we couldn't pay him because we gave Denali all of the money, and it's like you're gonna ride or die with Sandro Tonali as Alexander Isak rides through the door. Okay, dude.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Voldemort is good.
but he's not.
He's
He's not Isak.
I'm not. I mean, look, I'm not gonna say he's ever gonna be Isak, but yet he's 23. He just got to the Prem. Um, Isak wasn't current Isak immediately when he got to the Prem. I'm not saying that Nick Waldemata is going to turn into that, but he's fucking good, you know?
I'm just it's just so dumbfounding that they did not have an excuse either. This is like they had Champions League. They had literally every like that you could argue that this squad outside of the striker position is at least good enough to be a top five team.
Hmm.
And maybe if maybe just gets weird at the top, you have a puncher's chance of being like a really good top three team.
Hmm.
And you say we can't pay the best player on our team
Yep. Like I'm not gonna.
while you are owned by the infinite money glitch.
I, I think I'm gonna roll us back into the first Premier League topic that we had before we get out of here. But Newcastle's start to the season has been significantly more disappointing in my eyes than Manchester United's start to the season.
Which I get because I will say I think the context was that nobody expected Isak to force his way out the way he did, and Newcastle kind of fucked themselves over with that. But I see where you're coming from.
I mean, yes and no, because realistically, he had been trying to force his way out for an extended period of time at that point. Liverpool knew what they had to pay. I know they were waiting on sales to pay it, but the reported agreed offer was a number that had been reported as an offer like a week and a half prior. I would argue that given that Isak did end up leaving for Liverpool, Newcastle should have sold him 2 weeks earlier. They should have sold him 3 weeks earlier. I mean, if you have in the back of your mind that this guy might get his way, just let him go earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think the start to their season has been more disappointing than Manchester United's, at least for me. I
For me, it's been Forest. Forest have been the what the fuck are you guys doing?
So
Sorry.
Forest have been the what the fuck have you guys doing though for more than just on field. Like
Which I get,
I'm I'm
but
looking at when my conversation about United and Newcastle is two teams that didn't change managers that still have the same kind of playing philosophy. Like,
oh, then we're going Aston Villa.
I mean,
That
yeah,
has been.
that's been atrocious. That's been atrocious. I mean, yeah, they've probably been the most disappointing team in the Premier League this season.
We live in a world where Matty Cash is the top scorer for a Premier League club.
All right, so on that note, I think we're gonna get out of here because that's one of the craziest things I've heard all week. Um, Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we're not gonna have Carl for a while, but We're going to do our best to be back next week. Thank you for tuning in. Chad, hit an outro.
Happy retirement, Sister Jean Dolores from Loyola, Chicago.